Hey there, and welcome to Workforce Waves, the podcast for recruitment and staffing founders who are ready to grow, scale, and shake up the industry. I'm your host, Kirutika Munusamy. This is where we have real, no-nonsense conversations about what it takes to build a thriving business in recruitment and staffing. Forget the fluff. We're all about strategies that actually work, shared by the people who have been there and done it. A quick shout out to our sponsor, Ambrosial Automations. At Ambrosial Automations, we are kind of your behind-the-scene partner for growth. We help recruitment and staffing business streamline their operations, bring in quality leads, boost sales, and scale, all without the risky upfront cost you get with most agencies. We work on a revenue share model. We don't succeed unless you do. If you're curious about how it works, head over to ambrosialautomations.com for a free 12-month growth plan that's tailored just for you. All right, let's dive in and make some workforce waves. Today, we have a special guest joining us, Wes, the co-founder of OnHires. He's a seasoned business leader and the CEO of OnHires, a global recruitment agency specializing in quick finding specialists for fast-growing IT companies. Vasco, thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yep. So, Vas, tell me about yourself, your background, and the role you play within OnHires.
So, I've been working in tech for the last 10 years. Before starting the OnHires business, I've been working in global companies like Google and Recruitment. I've been working as a product manager and collaborating with people all around the globe, from Japan to States and Canada. And during the time, I've been interviewing and creating teams inside of these organizations. And I found a lot of things are working really bad. So I decided to take a look on this problem from another perspective. And that's how the OnHires have been created. Okay. So, I just noticed is that so many recruiting companies were focused on just filling jobs as quickly as possible. And I thought, what not to do this differently? Why not to focus on quality and finding the perfect match for both sides?
Right.
And that's essentially how OnHires have been born. And we are kind of like matchmakers. We're connecting talent to biggest companies in tech.
Oh, that's great. So do you guys recruit only for tech, or do you have any other industries under your wing?
Essentially, the main vertical, the main overall industry is tech, but inside of the tech, there is, sub-industries. So right. AI on the rise, and I've been doing a lot of AI hires in the last 4 years. Web3, myself, I've been working in the Web3 company, so I understand how to do that. And we've been hiring there the whole teams and the R&D centers. Fintech, also one of our primary industries. So, we've been focusing on a lot of different niches.
That's great. So what are the big trends you're seeing right now in the industry?
The recruitment is getting really fancy these days. AI and automation are huge now. Things like, sourcing candidates and sorting the resumes so much faster.
Yeah.
But the flip side of that the candidates are becoming pickier. They want jobs that mean something, and they want organizations that are in the lead. Yep. They just don't want to get the paycheck, but they want great culture, great goals, sustainability, and many other things. We'll see how it will be with the new Trump administration. The new trend of the EOI canceling. So we'll see how it will impact the global growth. Yeah. But I believe that companies in general, they are starting to realize that they need to step up their game to attract the best people. Yeah. And we see a lot of competitive challenges among the talent all around the globe. So after the COVID, we found that companies tend to hire people in developing markets. So LATAM, Southeast Asia, Central and Eastern Europe. And the workforce became global. Right. And this is also quite a huge trend, and will keep changing the ecosystem.
Yeah, that's true. And even I feel the remote work culture is also increasing. The candidates are expecting more of remote work than in the office work. So that is again one thing we are seeing a shift in.
Yeah, I mean, the main trend that there will be more and more remote jobs, but at the same time, companies, including the leading companies, Facebook, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, they are trying to get all the people back into offices. And
Yeah.
probably you already feel that during the COVID and lockdown time, that there is a special energy and special things happening when people, coming together in the not virtual, but in the physical space. And I believe the business leaders, they also see that in order to create great product, it's important to have those kind of offline representation of them. So
Yeah.
I believe that the trend is somewhere in the middle. We are in hires. We're working fully remote from the day one.
Mm-hmm.
But the best type of rhythm we see when we met at least one time per quarter, and we
Yeah.
can exchange the new ideas, do the strategic sessions,
Yeah.
trainings, and just having fun together.
Yeah.
It's super important.
That is.
So yeah, the main idea that we will live in some kind of hybrid mode,
Mm-hmm.
working more remotely, but still having co-working spaces where the team can work together and exchange their experience, ideas, and it can be actually the separate business. Yeah, imagine the co-working and places for team buildings all
Mm-hmm.
around the globe where they can connect, uh,
Right.
share new insights, travel together, and
Yeah.
those spaces can be for small teams, but also for the huge one. So
Yeah.
yeah, this is how I see that.
Yeah. That's true. And like you told, there's a huge impact because of the offboarding of employees in US especially, and then hiring of new employees in Asia and other continents, which is again another trend we are seeing. So are there any big challenges you're seeing for the recruitment and staffing industry in this year?
Yeah, definitely. So there is many different challenges. So any company want to get better results, grow the income. And with this age of automation and the AI, all of us, I mean, the recruitment agencies are tending to speed up the processes.
Hmm.
But at the current stage, I believe that the personalization and the human touch and offline will win because just people, they are tired with the online communication. They are tired of the mass outreach. They want to feel something truly human, feel truly special, and build the relationships.
Yeah.
Um, and we have the great tools to make the things faster. But we at OnHires, we don't want to lose a human touch. Um, and it's like cooking, Sure, you can cremate ingredients, but nothing beats the homemade meal with care and
Yeah.
effort.
That is true. Yeah. I think it's gonna be a great year for AI and automation. 2025 is going to be the year. We, like you told, all these shortcomings are there, but yet, every day there are new ways people identify on how to use automations better and personalize it. Or I think by the end of this year, there'll be many more tools that come in into play where you find it as human as possible. So yeah, it's I think it's going to be a great year for AI. uh,
Definitely. I just want to put up a small thing on that. One of the best outreach automation messages I received that been personalized Loom recording. When I've seen that it's not AI generated. I was just fascinating that some people actually spend time to send me super personalized message with the value.
Yeah.
I'm telling that to our audience that if you will find how you can make this personal touch and focus on your top 100 companies and make the real relationships with them, that's probably what can double your, economical gain. Another thing that even though there is more and more different outreach systems, I've been talking to a couple of recruitment owners, recruitment agency owners, and they've been saying that at the same time, cold calling are on the rise right now
Yeah.
because more and more people are investing in email, LinkedIn outreach. But cold calling is like a new luxury.
Yeah, that is
So
true.
uh, this is something that probably also would be a great idea to invest in.
Yeah. To summarize what you said, it's basically human touch wins all. That's definitely something for our audience to keep in mind. So, tell us about the opportunities that lie ahead for OnHires.
So we are going global. Our goal is to help more businesses around the world to find amazing people. And in order to do that, we are looking for new cool tech partnerships. And we want to stay ahead of the curve by creating the local country partnerships. So we're open to hire new country leaders, country managers in Latin America, in Europe, and in Asia. And this is how we actually scaling. So we need someone who will be an owner of the specific region and drive all the efforts. As I mentioned before, relationships is a king in those type of process. So we need someone who will, build those type of relationships, will understand the market from itself.
Yeah, that is true. Well, congratulations on you expanding. So, OnHires is going international. Guys, if anybody is interested, contact Wes. He's looking out for good people who'll apply for jobs and OnHires. Great, great. So tell us about the priorities or goals other than the international expansion of your business for 2025.
Well, the most important part is consistency for us. We don't want to lose the high quality services that we provide. So personal touch, consistency, and making sure that we have enough resources to delight our customers is our number one priority right now. Um, and of course, it's probably efficiency. It's a
Right.
hard times right now for recruitment industry in general. That's why we were trying to be as efficient as it possible and only invest in things that are truly matter for our clients and for our team.
Right. Um, on the same point, how do you define efficiency for your company?
So first of all, it's financial efficiency.
Right.
Um, it's all about where do we invest our resources. The
Mm-hmm.
second big part is to do less but more important things.
Yeah.
So we're trying to add AI meeting note taker and explain client that we will record the call, but don't write, huge summaries for them. So automate the things that
Yeah.
before have been only done by human, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it brings additional value for our customers. So these kind of things are super important in order to build efficient process. Invest in the right things, but also build out the process and see where we can improve it with AI, with automations and other tools.
Right. Right. That's well put. I see that this year your focus is on expanding international, keeping up with your own standards, and getting good efficiency quotient. But what is OnHire's vision for the next 1 to 3 years?
So our vision is to be a global leader in tech recruitment. We decided to focus on four main industries. It's Web3, AI, fintech, and cloud computing. And we believe that those four industries are, the cornerstones of our success. So we want to be a hub for talented people all looking for a new job, but also a verified partner for tech companies who are trying to scale and find the right talent there.
Yeah. What more can you tell our audience on fintech or cloud computing recruitment? How does the process, or in general, the entire ecosystem looks like?
It's hard to explain just in a few simple words, but I will try to generalize into a couple of topics and a couple of points. The industries that I mentioned, Web3, AI, cloud computing, and fintech, it's, if you will think deeply, it's an industries which are changing a lot.
Right.
Which means that they will be disrupted, which means that will be a lot of competition, which means that there will be a lot of investments. And those industries, I believe, they will change the world in the next 5 to 10 years. That's why we want to be on the horizon, on the peak of those industries. If you will see the Web3 industry, it's fluctuating. Sometimes the overall trend and the overall investment in those industry is going down and then going up, but it's become like a new macroeconomic trends. Right now, the Bitcoin on the highest ever, it's more than $100,000 per Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I believe that it will going strong and it will be even bigger in the next year or two, but we'll see how this trend will go long term. The AI will reshape the economies, and it will reshape the current state of, economy in the nearest future. Fintech is also changing a lot. The previous biggest players, they will be disrupted by new neobanks, fintechs, and stable coins.
Yeah.
And the cloud computing is just getting bigger, and more and more companies, they're using better cloud computing technologies. So
Yeah.
it just has a huge potential to grow in the nearest future. So this is my short observations, but I can discuss a lot and talk a lot about those nations because they're just super interesting.
Yeah. That was some great insight. So we learned a lot about OnHires goals, the challenges they faced, and the opportunity that are on the rise for this year. So that was a really, really meaningful call. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Workforce Waves. Huge thanks to our guest, Wes, for sharing their incredible insight on such key topics. Seriously, I'm walking away with some new ideas myself, and I hope you're too. Now, before we go, Vasco, where can people find you if they want to connect or learn more about your work?
Yeah, they can find me on LinkedIn. I'm fully represented there. This is the primary source where we can connect and exchange the ideas further.
Perfect. So make sure you follow Vas on LinkedIn and check out OnHires website. To our listeners, if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. And one more time, if you're stuck in the grind of manual processes or struggling to grow, we can help you optimize operations, bring in leads that convert sales and sale without the upfront risk. Head over to ambrosialautomations.com to get your free custom 12-month growth plan. All right, so that's it for today. Thanks again, Vasco. And thank you everyone for tuning in. And remember, growth isn't about doing more, it's about doing better. Let's make some waves together. See you next time.